Very good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. We have made a lot of changes in our YouTube. Now, in the dialog box of the YouTube, you would be able to get around 90% plus links and rest 10% because YouTube is allowing us to have maximum 5,000 words. Rest we have provided in the form of a PDF document. The link is shared at the top. So around 90% plus links, which includes LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, our fixed income platform, trainings, video trainings, all these links are provided. My personal number along with the back office number is also shared on the WhatsApp. Still, if you left with any question, you can definitely write to our back office 9818485155. When the COVID-19 started, several of good and intelligent people started taking positions in the pharmaceutical sector in the March and April. Few have taken positions which today is valued 3 times, 4 times, and in some cases 7 times. Example, Markans Pharma. I still remember when Markans Pharma was around 10 rupees and now it is around 60 rupees, which precisely means 6 times. But this is called intelligence, because the people who are having intelligence, they understood this crisis carefully and invested in the pharmaceutical sector and reaped a very good benefit as well, to be honest. And I think now when the pharmaceutical sector is on the verge of a breakout, I call this breakout. In trading, there is a word called breakout trading. I don't know whether you know about this or not. Breakout trading means when the stock price reached at a level when you do not know that where exactly it would end up. So just take a simplistic and hypothetical example. TCS is around 3,000 and you really do not know whether TCS would end up 3,500 or it will come back to 2,600, because the news is on both the side. We have the news which can take TCS 2,600. We have the news which can take TCS to 3,500. Just a simplistic example which I've given. Hypothetical example. This is called breakout trading. Breakout trading is the most difficult trading we need to do. I think pharmaceutical sector in India is really at that level, and not India, rather across the globe, because COVID-19 not yet resolved. But unfortunately, UK confirmed that they got the first strain of the virus, which is more faster in terms of transmission than the COVID-19. And the unfortunate is that they confirmed another strain and they said that it's some link with the South Africa. Now, another strain, very less information as of now is available in the public domain. Only the time will tell how this information will shape up. But one thing I understand that the health officers across the globe are watching this situation very carefully, because they understand that if this strain is out of control, then it's only mess which is waiting for the world. And COVID-19 disastrously dented the ecosystem of majority of the central banks of the globe. So in this regards, we need to look pharmaceutical sector in a very thorough and nicest way. I think that the time is not right when we only need to look pharmaceutical sector as far as the investment is concerned. We need to look the pharmaceutical sector as far as the deep investments are concerned. So there is a difference. One is investment, which means that I'm investing in the pharmaceutical sector only because once the COVID-19 vaccine will come, I make money. Another is deep investment. I'm investing in the pharmaceutical sector because I'm thinking that if I invest right now, not only because of COVID-19 vaccine, but because of the other initiatives taken by that organization, this stock will go to the higher level. Of course, research is always a mandatory thing which most of the people do not do, and they have no interest in the research. Let it be honest. In this regard, I got two information. Number one is the Gland Pharma. We already understand that Gland Pharma is listed in India and around 2,200 something, which is the share price. It is acquired by a Chinese company called Fosun Pharma by paying around $1.1 billion, and now is the largest acquisition. I would say, you know, it's a kind of a Chinese ownership company we are having in India. So Gland Pharma is the first Chinese promoter to be listed on Indian stock exchanges, already listed in fact. Gland Pharma is now eyeing the second largest pharmaceutical market in the world, which is China and Africa. And of course, with the help of their promoter, which is Fosun Pharma. And soon they would be slowly moving to the next levels, and they are launching a lot of products as well, which is definitely a good news. This is how we can look at stock in a holistic way. By the way, guys, I have never said that I'm buying Gland Pharma. Let it be very honest. I have not yet decided I'm going to buy this stock or not. Right. One thing I'm saying that we need to invest pharmaceutical sector in a little different way now, just like Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma is investing in the rightest way in a super specialty products. Of course, we are not a medical professionals, but with the help of few medical professionals, we can get some understanding what is super specialty products, how much revenue you can generate out of this. Do India is a market of a super specialty products, and so on and so forth. Similar is the case of Glaxo, Laurus Labs, and there are many small and mid caps pharmaceutical stocks which we have in India. Like if I go with the latest news, which is there, the drug regulator may allow the emergency use of Serum Institute of India Covishield vaccine in the country without necessarily waiting for the vaccine approval in the UK where it was developed. So we really do not know, like Covishield is a Serum Institute version of vaccine being developed by Oxford University and British drug maker AstraZeneca. In December meeting, the expert panel had asked Serum Institute to present the outcome of the assessment of the UK regulator for the grants of emergency use. I think the time has come where we need to look the pharmaceutical sector in a very holistic way, and we need to divide the pharmaceutical sector into three parts. So number one are the pharmaceutical stocks, those who are 5,000 plus. There are those who are 5,000 plus. Then we need to decide those who are 2,000 to 5,000. There are those who are between 2,000 to 5,000, and there are many those who are API based, which means the chemical, the companies, those who are providing the chemicals in the pharmaceutical setup. Then we need to look between 1,000 to 2,000, and then everything comes under 1,000. Now, if you do this, then a retail investor who is having limited money can take an exposure in 0 to 1,000. People with okay capital can take till 2,000. People with high capital can take even more than 5,000. But of course, the research is definitely a mandatory step. But I think that but first of all, I do not know whether they will get a necessarily emergency approval or not, because it's a question of drug. But if they get it, then this will surely pump up the Indian stock market. Maybe few selected, or maybe the whole pharmaceutical indexes will go up. And we will see a hefty jump in the pharmaceutical indexes or pharmaceutical stocks very soon. Only the time will tell. We need to wait and watch. But I think to conclude, the time is really right when we need to look the pharmaceutical sector in a little different way. And here I'm not talking about FNO, because India is not a market for FNO. FNO is highly, I would say, operator based. It is the operators in India who decide the FNO. No one else can decide the FNO. I feel that if we do the research, then out of around 30 plus, according to my estimation, according to 30 plus pharmaceutical stocks, there are 5 to 6 pharmaceutical stocks those we can take for a long level. Example, if we buy today, which is December 20, we can held till December 23, 24, and they may be several times, but of course, deep research is definitely required. I'm doing deep research. Let's see how many stocks I find. But now one thing is very clear that the first phase of the buyout is already done, and thankfully it went well. Now the time has come for the second phase of buyout, which is a long buyout, and which may triggers different partnerships in the near future also. But we are looking each and everything in a little detail and a holistic way, and gathering a lot of information whatever is in the public domain. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. In case you have any requirement about or anything you wanted to know about the video trainings, the audio trainings, our TRFX Academy, stock valuation desk, penny stock research desk, and any other thing, you're welcome to WhatsApp 9818485155. Have a great time ahead. Thank you.